Okay. This is another update. This is Neil Russell. You can sign up to follow me on YouTube as Neil Russell, NEALRUSSEL channel on YouTube. I'm a trader. I write trading robots for Metatrader. Um, I trade in options and I'm getting into cryptocurrency. I'm currently using this demo account. I'm really impressed on the current action of Ethereum. I still have a hard time pronouncing it, but my trades in demo have gone very well. Anyone that doesn't understand a demo account, with a good broker, the demo account will be just like a um, live account. And this one is really good. They are JAFX, a Forex broker. And the reason I like to use them for cryptos is, look, when you select cryptos down at the bottom of that list, you get all of these cryptos that you can trade. But currently, my favorite one is Ethereum versus the US dollar. So ETH USD. And so far, I've taken a $5,000 account. I started trading on the 20th on 8/20. And look what I've done so far. Starting with $5,000, I've turned $5,000 into $6,300. So let's see if it will show me the amount of money I started with. Why doesn't it give me the... Oh, okay, right there. So this account was started on 8/6/2020 with a deposit of $5,000, but it is a demo account. I'm not going to pretend it's a real account. It is a demo account. But if this was real money, I would trade it the exact same way. I used to trade for Zulu Trade, but they ripped me off. I made people lots of money, and then they erased all my data. And I had a really high ROI, return on investment. I was getting subscribers, but apparently they have some regulars that I threatened, and by threaten I mean I threatened to be the best. So they continually cut my feed, so I couldn't send signals to their platform, and I did all this work for nothing, making other people money. And now I had to start over. I had to start over. I'm on my fourth start over, trying to make money, doing trading, and now I'm just completely solo. I had a guy give me some money, and then he took it right back from me before I could do anything. And I had all these trades set up, and I did all this work, and he practically attacked me at gunpoint and said he wanted his money back. And I was just like, I didn't understand why he did it either, because he was a joint account member on an account that we started together. So I guess he was too dumb, apparently, to just take the money out of the account. He thought I had to be there with him. So anyway, we're looking at Ethereum here. The first trade on this account, even though it was started on 8/6, didn't occur till 8/20. So that's, what month are we in? August 20th, and it is now August 27th. So in 7 days, that's basically a profit of $1,300. My average profit, it doesn't do an average profit for there, but usually it had been making like $200 to $300 per trade. And I have one that was a loss. So there was like a string of trades. Let me walk through my trades real quick. Just making sure the auto scroll is off. So this is my first trade. It was such a short trade. On the hourly chart, it lasted like an hour or two. So there's 2 hourly candles right there. I bought there at 410.11 with one full lot. This is my first trade. It was a buy. It turned out to be a profit of 191, closing the trade at 412.02. Let's look at the terminal again, and it hit a manual target price. I don't know why I chose that target price. I could have, if I would have put it up here, I would have had double the profit, but it was my first trade. So I decided to half the amount that I traded with and go long again, but that was a big mistake. So this was 0.5 lots right here, and then this trade was another 0.5 lots, and then I went in with a full lot. It was a huge mistake because I was down when the pattern was down here. This was the low. I was down $3,800. I learned my lesson. I'm not going to trade that big on my first trade, so I reduced my initial lot size to 0.4. And now if the pattern only goes down, that only went down 8 points, I'm not going to double up after only 8 points. I'm going to wait till about 15 points before I double up. This one, I literally have 3 trades within, what is that, 14 points it looks like. So $14, and I have 3 trades totaling 2 lots on a $5,000 account, and that sucker went against me, and I was sweating bullets. I feel like it's real money, even like in a demo account, okay? But it turned out, while this happened, it took like 3 days, but I decided that I would stick with my trade and I would take profit at the price that I went in at in my second trade. So at 402.98, which is where I entered back here, I closed all 3 trades at that price. And even though this one was a break even, that one was a loss, the one with a higher amount of leverage, since it was a full lot and the other 2 both put together totaled a lot, I still came out with a profit, even though it didn't move that much higher. So it went from 396 to 402. That resulted in over $600 profit, but this other trade was like $300 in losses, so the total came out to $329.50 in gain for all 3 of those positions. So there was 1 loss, 1 break even, and 1 of the larger lot trade was over $600 in profit. So it was a tie, a loss, and a win, and the win was bigger. So I'm not 100% in my trades, and you don't have to be. So the next trade, I decided to short. I started getting the feel of this. You look at this, I show no fear after I close the trade. Within 2 more hours, I went in on this short right here at 405.16. So I almost caught the top of that pattern. And then I tried to get out right here, but because of the spread, I had a trade in advance. I forget the name for what is a trade in advance called? A pending order. So I had a pending order for a target price of down here, but because look at this, this is the spread down here. So the spread is that thick. So it's got a pretty good sized thread, and the asking price didn't go past my target price. So I watched it go up and form a double top, and I changed my target price to down here, and it worked easily. So I could have put it way down here and still made out. So this trade was trade number 4, and it was a sell. So I sold here, took profit there. That was the best trade by far, because there weren't any other losing trades in the cycle. So I only had this one trade open with 0.4 lots. I practically nailed the top. That was a pretty good place to enter. I mean, you literally don't get any better than that, picking tops and bottoms. So that is a really good entry point. and I came out with $420.80. Now, where you see the blue, I made the blue the same distance as the length of the trade. So it took about 24 hours because um, each one of those candles is 1 hour. So this is the 1 hour time frame. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah 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 blah. It was about um, it was about one day. I think I looked at this one before. I think it was like 22 hours total. And cryptocurrencies, as far as I know, they all trade 24/7. They trade 7 days a week. So while this trade was going on, this one, the one where I had 3 positions open, this one took a while. This was like 3 or 4 days. I think it was 4 days. And you can see a lot of candles there. And a lot of this trading in here was taking place on Saturday and Sunday. And then I think it closed out on a Monday. So then that brings us to a point of no trading right here. I watched the pattern. I decided there wasn't a good trade. I carefully watched it and I entered right here. I nailed it again. So I bought at 376.11 and then took profit at 383.23. That's not bad. That came out to a profit of 284. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect to make a lot of money. So just to show, that's what the trade history looks like. The green are target prices that have been hit, and the ones these are target prices that haven't been hit. So I set a target price, but I manually closed them. I decided it wasn't going to go any further. I may have been wrong, or I just didn't like waiting so long in the pattern that I decided I wasn't going to trade it. I'm thinking about going long on this right now as I make the video, as a matter of fact. I'm going to go over a few things and look at the chart and decide whether or not to take a trade. So that brought us to, I can't remember if I went over trade number 6. Trade number 6 was entered at 391.72. You could pause the video, and if you could zoom in good enough, you could see everything coincides to exactly how I have these marks on the chart. The prices, the vertical lines show where trading has taken place. I have the left arrow price on the left of each entry, and then I have a right arrow to the right side of these vertical lines showing where I exited. And right now I'm not in a trade, so you see there's no trade open. Trade, if I go over to trade, I'm in cash at $6,300. So I have a free margin of 6,369 cents. And back to account history, you can see, want to double check my work. I pretty much was trying to prove that I can make any trade work when I went in on this initial position, and I wanted to get a feel for it. So I just kind of was like, I winged both of these first 2 trades, and then I started to get a feel for it. And then you'll notice that my entries got a lot better. Okay, my exit wasn't that great. Okay, I felt I wanted to get some profit behind me, but then I watched the pattern, and you notice I didn't get right back in. I just watched it, and I did some technical analysis, and I decided to buy on this bar, and that's nailing it. That is just nailing it. You can't really get it perfectly, so you really can't get any better than this. And then I exited here, so that was the duration of that trade. And then I nailed this one as well. That is just like totally nailing it. So this was a sell. You can see the arrow prices on the left, the arrow prices on the right, where I took profit. So I've been hitting these pretty good. This is Ethereum USD. I'm gonna try to double this account as fast as I can, but I'm not gonna do it in a fashion where I lose a lot of money. Now, this is a demo account. I'm going to show a real account that I'm trading options on. This is my options trade. It shows that I'm in two options contracts for the Target Corporation with the expiration date expiration date of September 4th, 2020. It's a 145 put, meaning the strike price is 145. The current price of Target, I'm looking up at another screen. I have multiple screens. The current price is, I'll drag the screen down that I'm looking at, 150. Hopefully that'll come out okay on the video. The current price on Target, 150.16. Okay, so the reason I traded it is because of this gap in price on the daily Target TGT symbol. So I did technical analysis. I saw this gap up, okay, and I decided, time to short Target. So I entered one option, and then I actually made a mistake. So I lost $40. And so technically, even though I've gained, I'm kind of like at a break even because my profit is $35 on both trades. From my entry, it averaged it out. So I got a good price on one of the contracts, and then I got a bad price on my initial trade. And then I had traded some other contracts with the wrong expiration, and I made a trade mistake. So those options contracts, they expired on Friday. I've been in this trade for a little while, but I have 8 days to go on the contract. And because the target is going in my favor now, the mark, which is the current price, is 0.635. And the traded price is average of 0.445. So I paid 0.45, which is times 100. I basically paid $100 for two options contracts with a strike price of 145, and they're not worth that much. I'm gaining this much, it says. $35. So it says I've gained $35. Okay? But from the other options contracts I lost on the same trade, I lost that much. So really I'm at a break even. I'm hoping that the market, that's the US 30 daily. This is the NASDAQ 30 daily. I thought this right here was a hangman, but as you could see, the price went up. So this kind of, I made a video on the hangman in the NASDAQ 100, but there you have it. So, but it looks like it's, this is another type of pattern. I can't remember what it's called, but it's if it closes, if this closes within this candle, it's having a baby, so to speak. I think they call it a harami. I'm not for sure. Let's look it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up pregnant lady candlestick, and you can see how bad my spelling is. So luckily for spell check, it's going to correct it for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to spell pregnant. Pregnant. It is her harami. So a harami is also called a pregnant lady candle. So when you see the pregnant lady, it's a reversal signal. It's a candle within a candle that's smaller than the previous candle. So it's like having a little baby. So let's look at it on the chart. So this is the candle in question, and it's within within this big candle, so it's basically having a baby. So one might say, well, shouldn't it be down here? It doesn't matter. It's showing weakness. So if it closes within this, the pattern could change and even go way lower. So we'll see what happens. This was a hangman, but the hangman didn't work out. So it kind of it didn't have a confirmation. So this was a hangman, but there was no confirmation. So because the next candle closed above the hangman candle, so that erased it. That erased that signal. So now we have the next day, you have some more buying, but now we're on this day on Thursday, 8/27. This happened back on, what day is that? This happened back on 8/24. So back on 8/24, we have something that resembles a hangman, but it's a failed hangman. So the person who was being hung walked. So the market went up, but the pattern had a baby, a harami. There's the picture of a bearish harami as provided by Investopedia. So do we have a bearish harami? We'll find out tomorrow. A bearish harami is a candlestick chart indicator for reversal in a bull price movement. Okay, so we'll find out tomorrow. I'm not going to go into it too much. You could look it up and see if you think it is a bearish harami yourself. I just put in pregnant lady to look it up because that's basically what it is. Because if you just imagine a person, then you imagine the person having a baby. So the idea is the baby's going to slow up the person, okay? So this is a person having a baby. Now it's got to carry this baby. So it's considered bearish. So now we've had a pregnant lady, we've had a hangman, we've had a gap up. So there's like all kinds of top looking action in this pattern, and if you zoom way out, it looks like a top. It looks like there's some top action. It looks like it's getting real heavy because this thing has been going up and up and up and up, and it can't go up forever. I mean, it could go up, but you know, chances are it's not as appealing to investors now that it's exhibiting this type of weakness. So we'll see what happens. That's the NASDAQ 100, the US 30, the Dow. It had this decision bar right here, but the decision was to still go higher. And in today's trading action on the daily chart, the US 30 is trading stronger than the NASDAQ 100. So we'll see if NASDAQ 100 drags down the US 30. We also got the S&P. I should pull that up. So this broker is pretty good. It has I'm just going to go new chart indices. I have all these indices to choose from. I can choose European markets. I could choose the UK. Look at all these. US 30, the Australian market, ESP 35, I think that's a European market. It sounds like Spain, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't follow it. So that's the S&P, and it's looking pretty strong. It is looking pretty strong. Woo, excuse me, hiccup. But this looks like a decision candle. So it all depends on how it closes, and tomorrow's action we'll find out. And we're going to be closing on a Friday. It's possible that we could gap down over the weekend. And to be honest, that's what I'm hoping for, because I don't want a constant, always bull trend market. I need to make some money here, fellas. So that's what the S&P looks like if you minimize way out. So we're at all-time highs, So there's some room to go down. We could go down and then we could come back up. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that's a wrap. This is Neil Russell. I'm going to go back to my Ethereum trade and do some technical analysis. And I'm thinking about going long here on Ethereum. In fact, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go long right here live. 0.4 lots. Boom. I'm in. We'll see if it works. That's not really a good entry point, but we're going to see. Like, subscribe, and share, my friends. I'll be back tomorrow.